Jude, you're in the hot seat. Thanks for joining us today, much appreciated. Just looking at the season so far, we're a handful of games in now to a completely new chapter for the football club and the team. How have you assessed it so far?
Yeah, well, you know, we're about 5-6 games in now, aren't we? I think we've coped well. I think there has been a step up. Obviously, as you guys can see from the side as well, I feel like the level has stepped up, but I thought we've coped with it well, and I think we've had a good start to the season, to be fair, so long may it continue.
I think you're absolutely right there, what you say about there being a difference. As a player, can you kind of put your finger on what that difference is? Because it's quite difficult to tell, but there is clearly some kind of difference from the national league there.
Yeah, probably I would say like just the level in quality. Even you see the other day with a couple of the goals, like the crosses and stuff like that. I think the level in the quality in the final third's definitely gone up. You get punished a little bit more for your mistakes and stuff like that. So that's what I'd say the main one that I've spotted out really.
New competitions to play in as well, on top of the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup and the EFL Trophy as well, which it must be exciting for you as a player for the very first time. Yeah,
no, it's all new to me, all new to a few of the boys, to be fair. And it's good competitions, a lot of games, and it's good for, like, obviously if you're not playing every week and there's loads of different competitions where you can go in and impress the gaffer and maybe change his mind for the team on the Saturday or whatnot. So there's loads of different opportunities for all the boys to play and get minutes under the belt.
You've been here for quite a few years now, and during that time I think it's fair to say it's always been a really tight-knit team behind the scenes and on the pitch. What's the mood been like amongst the camp so far this year? Yeah,
no, good. Like you said, always tight-knit, and I think that's credit to the manager and that, for keeping a lot of the same sort of people on from last year. Trying to keep everyone together and maybe adding a few here and there, but the new players that come in definitely have settled in well and bedded in, so no, mood's good at the moment.
There have been a lot of comments about how you've developed as a player over the years under Andy Woodman's leadership, the trust that he puts in young players. How would you say you've developed as a player, and do you feel you're playing your best football now?
I wouldn't say I'm playing my best football. I think I've still got a lot to learn and improve. I'm still young myself, even though I feel like I'm quite old. But yeah, no, I feel like I've developed well. Obviously, credit to the manager for giving people like me and obviously Ben and Kellen in the past opportunities to come in and play and show what they can do and keep themselves in and around the team, really. So yeah, that's credit to the manager for putting his faith in the young players.
It is really good for young players to be able to look up to the likes of yourself, and you mentioned Ben and Kellen there as well, to think that actually there really is a pathway for them into the first team. They're not just going to get cast aside. There is an opportunity for them. Yeah, no, like you said, obviously when I first come, I can't really remember any of the sort of younger players that were in the team. And then when the manager come in, sort of give me, obviously I had likes at the time, Liam Vincent, Ollie Tanner, and then obviously recently with Ben and Kellen, and obviously now coming through with a new 23s programme, producing them players on, they've obviously can see a pathway into the first team, which is good, because at the time before that I probably couldn't see many sort of players playing for Bromley at a young age, but now they can see that there's lots of opportunities for the boys to come in and play, so no, it must be exciting times. Just want to rewind a few months, going back to Wembley. You stepped up, you took a penalty, nerves of steel, I've got to say, it was a fantastic penalty. What feelings were you going through at that point? Did you know that you were going to take a penalty? Had you been practicing the penalties?
To be fair, I've been practicing a little bit, but obviously, like you say, you can't ever replicate on the day of how it's going to feel or how you're going to get when you get there. I didn't know I was going to take a penalty, but I definitely wanted to take a penalty. But yeah, no, I was happy to take one. I wanted to take the fifth one, to be fair, to win it, but I took the fourth one and thankfully scored. So yeah, no, it was a good day.
And we were all there. It was a fantastic day, a real special day for the football club. And it must be a really proud moment for you as a local lad and your family as well. Yeah, no, of course, like you said, I had all my family there. I had about 50, 60 tickets, to be fair. But no, it was a really proud day for them. Obviously, it's them taking me up and down the country since I was a young kid, like stuff like that. It kind of repays them a little bit, and to see the sort of joy on their face was nice to see. And a player that's never played in the Football League prior to this season, how did it feel when you stepped out on the pitch for the first time in that EFL fixture? How did it feel for you? Yeah, no, it felt good. Like you said, it's a build-up of a lot of things from when you're a kid. Obviously, that's kind of a dream. Obviously, like you said, National League is professional. You're playing every day, every week, but the feeling of playing in the EFL is a lot bigger, and you know, I was just proud, to be fair. Just proud. And looking back, we talked about the close-knit element of the team. A lot of the core from that team last year has been kept in place. How important do you think that is? Yeah,
like I said earlier, I think it's massively important, because obviously if you keep the core and you bring other people in, then they know what it means to be at the club. Obviously from last year, from what we've built and from the previous years, the people that come in can just add to that, and I think we keep a real tight-knit group, and that's credit to obviously the manager and the skipper as well, leading that, so yeah.
We're playing Notts County at home this weekend. It's a fixture we talked about off camera. There's been a lot of good games between the two sides over the years, and seem to remember yourself scoring the winning goal in one of the games. Do you have much memories of that?
Yeah, no, like you said, always really good games. Us versus Notts. Obviously we didn't play them last year, but the previous seasons, like we played them at their place and at our place, have always been really competitive games. We know they're a top team, so we know we've got to be sort of on our A game. But no, I'm looking forward to it.
And taking the attention briefly away from the pitch, the fans have travelled in number this year, and they've also packed out Hayes Lane, which must be really nice for you to play in front of that kind of atmosphere. Yeah, so listen, the credit to the fans and the people coming and spending their hard-earned money, going up and down the country following us. It really does help. Although they might think it's a bit of a cliche, people saying it, but if you're going away to these grounds far away and you can see that the fans have come and spent their hard-earned money, it does give you a little bit more of a push, especially at home as well, when you've got a packed out ground. I personally like playing in front of the more people I play in front of, the better I play, I think. So no, hopefully it long may continue. And finally, just on a personal level, do you have any targets or aims in mind for this season for yourself?
For myself, I just want to just play as many games as I can, help the team, chip in with a few goals and assists, and see where the season takes us.
Well, Jude, it's been great to sit down and catch up with you. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.